It was never a, oh, you're Tim's line brother, you know, you're the fan for that. It was, no, you're a client. Welcome to the Ariane Ellsberry team. This is the experience. This is what you're going to get. And we followed through with that. Communication, you know, follow up, timeliness, punctuality. All of it was top tier, you know. The information that we provided within the time frames that we said we would provide them, the advice, the expertise of knowledge, making sure we send our property information, our CMAs, you know, all of the things were in the process that I like to go with every single client. That's the process. So that felt good to hear him say, like, this was an experience, you know. In the shortest of words, it summed up how he felt, and I felt good about that. So it goes back to how you do one thing is how you do everything. How you provide service to one client is how you provide service to every client. It doesn't matter the price range. It doesn't matter what you think that client can, you know, offer you in return. Like, whatever scenarios that are diverse between client to client, you know, it doesn't matter if somebody's buying a house for $200,000 versus $2 million. It doesn't matter, because the process is the process. We're rolling out the red carpet regardless, because you've chose to work with me, and I'm honored for that business. Let's never forget where we started, and that's at 0. We started at 0 clients. So who am I to not be grateful for anyone who chooses my name to represent them? I will never forget that. I will never forget starting in this business and having no pipeline, feeling like no one was seeing me, feeling like no one was choosing, feeling like no one was choosing me, feeling like I'm posting and I'm not getting a return, posting and people are choosing agents over me. Like, I went through all the feelings, all the doubt, all the emotions, you know, all of that. So who am I to say, now that I have the book of business that I do, who am I to not appreciate anybody who says, I want Ariane Ellsberry to be my realtor? Like, I just will never forget where I started. Every single person that chooses me is why my business is flourishing in the way it is now. It doesn't matter how much the house is. It just doesn't. So, it's about the service, not the sale. It will always be about the service and not the sale. That is how, and we are going from topic to topic. Y'all know when I get started talking, what are we talking about now? I'm just going from one thing to the next. But it's about the service, not the sale. Keeping your eyes on what's important, why you're doing it, why you're here, what's the passion behind it. It's not about the number. It's not about the number. It's not about the number. It's about consistency and delivery and appreciation of business, of who chooses you. Who is choosing me is something that I will always appreciate. you know? And that's why when people come to me and they're like, Ariane, do you work with this price point? Like, will you work with my budget? I'm like, I'm always so taken back when people say that. I'm like, yes, like you're building my business. Like, you're choosing me to help you. So who am I to pick and choose? Like, who am I to pick and choose and say your business is not good enough? That's crazy to me. It's crazy to me to turn down somebody who chooses me, because there's a lot of people who won't choose you. And that's for anybody. Like, think about, and that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay. So that's why we have to appreciate everybody who does choose us, because everybody's not going to choose me. So why would I turn down the ones who do? Let me focus on the ones who are choosing me. And I'm going to give my everything to those people. You know what I mean? Focus on who's choosing you, not who's not choosing you. How about that? Let's focus on the alignment of the clients who are choosing us. Let's put everything into those people, and let's focus on the return that those clients are going to make, and the referrals that are going to come from those people, and the knowledge that you accumulate from those people, and the blessings that are going to come from those people. I am focused on who's choosing me, period. Everybody else does not matter. It does not matter. And that's why competition literally does not exist in my mind. Like, it does not exist, because who's choosing me is the only people that matters, are the only people that matters. Somebody else's client is not my client. My client is not somebody else's client. You have hundreds of thousands of people in the same industry, but yet everybody is choosing somebody else. Focus on who's choosing you, not somebody else's client, and feeling unworthy and less than, and I'm not capable. No, that person's just not your client. Point blank, period. Don't think you've missed out on anything. You have not missed out on anything. They're not your client. And it's a hard pill to swallow. Like, it is. Like, it's a very hard pill to swallow when you see somebody choosing someone else for business. Like, that is reality. Like, but when you wheel it on back of what this really looks like, and you talk about alignment of who is for you, I'm not for everybody, and everybody's not for me. That is okay. You know what I mean? Like, that is okay. You don't have to feel like your business is not good enough just because somebody chose somebody else. You don't know why they chose them. We're not even talking about real estate anymore. We're talking about real life, like business. You don't know why they chose them. It's not anything about you. Don't take it personal. It's not you. It's their preference. It doesn't mean you lack something. It just means the other person has something that they're looking for. It's as simple as that. I've seen people take this so personally, of people making decisions on choosing somebody else, and it's caused them to second guess if they even belong in the industry that they're in. Literally. I've seen this so many times, of people literally being psyched out of if they belong in their industry because of other people choosing somebody else. as if they have no purpose in where they are and what they're doing and what they're able to offer. You may sell the same product and the same service as the next person. It's about what's in you, how you deliver it, how you go about it. It's different it's different packaging. You know what I mean? So you have to be confident in what you deliver, you know, that you are purposed in what it is that you are doing, so that you're not fazed when people don't choose you. You're focused on those who do. But I digress. But what do I know? This is why people who start businesses that they feel are saturated, when they get to the part where the business is either coming in or not coming in, they fall off because you feel inadequate. Like you feel, well, I guess if they're going to shop here, they, you know, I have no business. I look at it like you have Gucci, Louis, Prada, Balenciaga. You sell a product, but yet they're all successful. You know, they all sell a shoe, for example. They all sell a shirt, for example. Like, you have all these stores that sell milk, and all of them are thriving with a big client base. The doors of Walmart are swinging open and shut all day long. Target, open and shut all day long. Dollar General, open and shut all day long. Because somebody is coming to them to buy milk. Somebody's coming to them to buy bread. Somebody's coming to them to buy butter. That's all I have to say. Competition doesn't exist. When you know what you are called to do, and like you can't convince me. Like, you can't convince me that I'm not in my purpose of what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, regardless of if I have 0 clients at the time or 20 clients at the time, that is not going to dictate how I feel about me supposed to be here. Because I know that. Like, I'm confident in that. So you have to get confident in that yourself before you even allow anybody to dictate what you are and not supposed to be doing based on who they're choosing.